Okay, today I'm talking to Paul Redding, who started his own business. He's an entrepreneur as well, and we're going to ask him a few questions and see if we can learn anything from him. Okay, Paul, tell us what you do.
I've got a company called Mid-South Technical Resources. We are a managed services provider for the IT industry. Basically what we do is a little bit of a cross between hardware, break fix, and full service solution of an IT department. I take the expense of payroll for an IT department and turn it into a cost of doing business with us. We replace your IT department essentially.
Where would you put yourself at this point? Like, are you an established business? You're still growing? You're still finding your niche?
Oh no, we're definitely still a growing business. As a matter of fact, we are I consider ourselves kind of a turning point for our whole way that we've had to approach the business up till now. We've really just now started to implement a whole new software set, a whole new level of our business that we haven't gone into yet. So to me, we're very much at the growth stage.
All right. And again, who are your customers?
Small, mid-sized businesses, 4 to about 40 users. Basically, the way that my service works, we charge companies based on the number of users that they have in their environment, and the product that I sell is tiered to specific companies. So anyone from a small, mom and pop shop, an accountant, or say a dentist's office, all the way up to, we've got, for example, a medical supply company with 40 users.
Nice. Have you made any mistakes that you learned from? Something you could share with people?
Constantly, every moment. This interview. Honestly, I think that the biggest mistake that my partner and I made in the process of kind of developing our product has been one of maybe underbilling because personal relationships get in the way. And one of the biggest problems with working with small, mid-sized businesses and private clients is that in order to gain trust and your clients, I guess really to gain their trust, you have to develop a level of personal relationship. It's difficult to make yourself bill for every minute, every hour. As a third-party provider or as anybody, outsourced, that's where you make your money, so you don't do yourself any favors not billing.
What do you guys do in the way of marketing?
Right now, we've been pretty much word of mouth. I market myself to specific companies on either a cold call or referral basis. One of the biggest obstacles that my partner and I are having to try to figure out how to overcome is how to grow without overwhelming ourselves. So one of our biggest focuses has been building business at kind of a steady rate as opposed to turning around and finding yourself swamped.
Now, in terms of investment, financing, how'd you guys get started? Because obviously it doesn't sound like it's a bootstrapping venture. So did you have investors?
No, actually, it really is. It's been myself and my partner. Our investment's been more in labor on our end. We didn't pay ourselves at all for the first 16 months. Both of us worked other jobs, put in between 60 and 100 hours a week for a year straight between the 40-hour-a-week side job and our personal business. The investment that we've put in has been strictly personal. Right now we don't have any investors. We actually have a interested party, but we're unsure as to whether or not we want to take on any loans.
And develop that relationship and...
right now our debt is one strictly of monthly overhead bills, and then we have a software that we pay for that's not cheap, but nonetheless that's the only thing I've had to finance this far.
All right. And so is the working the regular 40-hour week job and then putting in all these hours, is that starting to pay off? Are you guys seeing a return on that investment?
It's funny because at about the point where we could start paying ourselves, we hit a level of business where we had to hire somebody. So he makes more than either one of us. So it's hard to say. No, our employee loves it though. He's doing okay.
For anybody considering starting a business in this current climate, what with all the economic uncertainty and things like that, you got any advice? You got any useful tips?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that your chief obstacle to overcome as a private business owner is the incurred expense of staffing and payroll. Outsource. It's not only because it's what I do from the IT end of it, but by the same token, as I grow, I'm going to outsource my payroll, HR department. Anything that I can possibly offload from payroll has to become a cost of doing business, and it's a write-off. Unfortunately, that advice is why you see the lack of employment that the country's facing right now is because private businesses like myself are faced with looming, 40% payroll tax in 2013.
That's the explanation from Paul Redding and his growing IT outsourcing business. Hopefully we learned something here. I think I picked up on a few things, really interesting points there that I hadn't considered on my own, which is why I'm doing this. Anyway, more to follow. Thanks.